This car has a very interesting feature, which I will discuss later in the video. For viewers who are not very familiar with cars, you might have heard of the Neta GT, or maybe not. It is officially defined as a two-door, four-seat sports car. Looking at it this way, it should be the cheapest domestically produced sports car currently on the market. This unique positioning makes it accessible to a wider audience, blending performance with affordability. So, is it really a true sports car? Keep watching my video to find out. We'll delve into its performance, handling, and overall driving experience to determine if it lives up to the sports car label. This segment will provide a detailed analysis, helping you understand its capabilities and limitations. We aim to offer a comprehensive review for potential buyers. The Neta GT's chassis is tuned to have a flexible yet firm feel. When you go over bumps or slopes, you can feel the dynamics of the road. However, when you go over a slope, it basically pulls you back within 2 bounces. When going over speed bumps, it is also comfort-oriented, not feeling very stiff, but rather soft with a hint of firmness. This balance aims to provide a comfortable ride while maintaining some level of sporty feedback. The suspension is designed to handle various road conditions effectively. The four-wheel drive version of the GT has a center of gravity height of 450 mm, or about 45 cm. The rear-wheel drive version's height is unknown, but this height is very low. Even the BRZ has a height of 460 mm, which is 10 mm more. This is likely due to the battery being located in the chassis, which lowers the center of gravity. Additionally, the weight distribution is 50-50, which is a surprising and beneficial feature for handling and stability. This design contributes to the car's overall performance and balance. However, the driving experience is definitely different from a traditional sports car. While it performs well on mountain roads, it can handle curves with good stability and minimal body roll, giving you a lot of confidence. It feels like you can go through curves quickly. This is also due to its low center of gravity. The car's acceleration pedal has a slight delay. For example, when I step on the pedal, the power comes a little later, about a fraction of a second. This delay is something to be aware of when driving. Let's take a look at the exterior of this car, starting with the front. You can see the imitation air intake on the hood, which is similar to those on fuel cars. I don't think it looks very good, and many people find it ugly. The manufacturer now offers a free hood replacement to remove these. From a distance, you can see that the car is quite wide. If you compare it to a Mercedes-Benz C-Class, you'll notice it's much wider. The Mercedes C-Class is about 1.8 meters wide, while this car is nearly 2 meters wide, specifically 1979 meters. This width is the same as the Ferrari F8, which is a notable comparison. Let's also look at the headlights, and the front lip, which is very sporty. Overall, the front looks quite good. If you look at the rear of the car, you'll notice that the entire rear is quite thick, especially the lower part. Although it's thick, the waistline is quite prominent, giving it a boxy feel rather than a very sporty one. The side mirrors also protrude a bit, which doesn't look very appealing overall. It reminds me of a BYD hand. The car's chassis is also quite high, even though it's a sports car. The front overhang is also short, and the approach angle is quite large, similar to a sedan. This design gives it a unique look, but it might not appeal to everyone. The seating position feels more like sitting in a sedan, because the overall height from the ground is quite high. Touching the ground is a bit difficult. Although the seat height isn't very high, there's a sense of incongruity when you sit in it. This might be because the steering wheel is quite low. When looking forward, it feels like you're driving a sedan, not a sports car. The steering wheel adjustment has some issues. It's supposed to be a sports car, but the adjustment range isn't large enough. Even at its maximum extension, it's not far enough. This is a significant drawback for those seeking a sporty driving position. With the seat adjusted, my legs are slightly bent, and I'm only 1.68 meters tall. The steering wheel can only be pulled to this position, which is not very sporty. The steering wheel should be further forward for a more natural grip. This is an area that needs improvement. The windshield wiper has a bad design. Because of the stock shift, you press it to wipe, and a light press also wipes. Turning it activates the washer. The feel isn't very good. When you try to lightly press it, you often end up pressing the washer. This takes some practice. The threshold for a light press is too high, causing you to easily activate the washer. This design could be more user-friendly. Another thing I want to complain about is the window control panel. It looks like physical buttons, and they are, but the touch feel is like a laptop touchpad. Sometimes it feels like you can't press them properly. It's very awkward and uncomfortable to press. While this design has a certain technological appeal, it sacrifices the button feel and makes it less convenient to use. The center console is very large, giving a great first impression. The screen is big and comfortable to look at. However, the operating logic of the center console isn't very traditional. The default desktop is just a few pictures and apps. I think the apps should be placed higher up for easier access. The apps are only accessible through a list below, and you have to click on the App Center to see them. I don't think this extra step is necessary. It would be better to have all the apps on the main screen. The App Center has many different apps, but we won't go into that now. There's a half screen at the top that can be hidden and shown. On the left, you can drag out a function, such as music. I think this is a bit cumbersome. Half of the screen is enough for most uses. When navigating, the map can be displayed on one half, and the other half can show the music or car controls. The overall settings logic is okay, not too confusing, and you can find what you need. The car's system is quite smooth, without any noticeable lag. It's sufficient for normal use. The loading might be a bit slow, but everything else is fine. The bottom row is for the air conditioning controls. Many people might be interested in the track mode. This so-called track mode allows you to customize the ESP and other settings. You can also adjust these settings individually in the vehicle control menu. There's a convenient feature where you can change the car model's color. The car I'm renting is white, and I've changed it to white in the settings. This can be done in the Neta Toy Box app, which has a Neta car model feature. This allows you to change the car's color, and even add special holiday liveries. This feature lets you preview changes before making them to your actual car. This feature is useful because you can preview what the car would look like in different colors. For example, you can see what it looks like in yellow. You can only rotate the model left and right, not up and down. This allows you to browse different colors. For example, you can see what it looks like in red. I think this is a very convenient feature. The car also has one of my favorite features, which is in the Neta Toy Box app. It's called Neta Megaphone, and it allows you to shout out loud through the car's speakers. For example, you can say, "Can you drive?" This feature is quite fun and adds a unique element to the car. The car's system is quite smooth, without any noticeable lag. It's sufficient for normal use. The loading might be a bit slow, but everything else is fine. The bottom row is for the air conditioning controls. Many people might be interested in the track mode. This so-called track mode allows you to customize the ESP and other settings. You can also adjust these settings individually in the vehicle control menu. There's a convenient feature where you can change the car model's color. The car I'm renting is white, and I've changed it to white in the settings. This can be done in the Neta Toy Box app, which has a Neta car model feature. This allows you to change the car's color and even add special holiday liveries. This feature lets you preview changes before making them to your actual car. This feature is useful, because you can preview what the car would look like in different colors. For example, you can see what it looks like in yellow. You can only rotate the model left and right, not up and down. This allows you to browse different colors. For example, you can see what it looks like in red. I think this is a very convenient feature. The car also has one of my favorite features, which is in the Neta Toy Box app. It's called Neta Megaphone, and it allows you to shout out loud through the car's speakers. For example, you can say, "Can you drive?" This feature is quite fun and adds a unique element to the car. The Neta GT, I think, is more about providing emotional satisfaction. If you like its appearance, you'll enjoy the feeling of driving it. Then you are the target audience for this car. If you think the Neta brand is not good, or you feel inferior owning a sports car, then you are not its target audience. Let's take a look at the car's launch mode. You enter launch mode by long pressing the button. There will be sound effects. First, press and hold the brake, then step on the accelerator. There will be a simulated engine sound effect. The car's brake pedal feel is soft. The term GT refers to a high-performance luxury sports car. The Neta GT might have enough performance in its four-wheel drive version, But it's not really a luxury car. The Neta GT is called GT, which leads many people to compare it to higher-end cars, causing expectations to be too high. However, if you compare the Neta GT to cars in the 100,000 yuan price range, I think it has no competitors. This is because it's the only car of its type in this price range. It's unique in its segment, offering a blend of sporty design and performance at an affordable price. This makes it a compelling option for those looking for something different. The lack of direct competition in its category gives it a distinct advantage. Because it has no competitors, I keep turning up the heat. I keep turning up the heat. Yeah, I'm a muscle. Yeah, I keep turning up the heat. I know the price is steep. They're gonna call me king. Yeah, I'm a muscle. Yeah, I'm a muscle. This car is positioned in a unique market segment, making it a standout option for those seeking a sporty vehicle without breaking the bank. Its distinctive features and performance make it a compelling choice for budget-conscious buyers.